Hi there, it's Melissa Schneider here. I'm going to be taking you through some of my favorite audio tools and hacks. So here we go. We're going to be talking about Google Slides and some of the different apps that are available to let you mash up audio and utilize your favorite Google tools. So let's jump right in. One of the things I like to look at is the why. Why do we want to add audio? As teachers and students, there might be different reasons. So here are just a few of the reasons I see audio can enhance what we're doing. For teachers, it's a great way to add spoken instructions to lessons. This is great for our EL students, or if you're going to be gone and students may need to listen to the explanation of the lesson multiple times, they have the audio right at their fingertips if you have it embedded into a Google slide. Some other tools allow you to give audio feedback and put it right into the comments in a Google Doc or Google Slides. You can add audio to forms, which is a pretty cool thing. Adding audio through the tools I'm going to show you lets you narrate pretty much anything. And another kind of fun thing to do is add background music to a presentation or things like that. For students, using audio is a great way to explain your learning. So to explain why you went through certain steps or why you did something you did, and to lay that over your work is really powerful. For language classes, Spanish, French, German, whatever, you can actually add translations to things. So maybe you have text on a screen that's in English and you record you speaking it in Spanish and embed that for your teacher to evaluate. Again, just like teachers, narrate anything. You create a children's book, a comic strip, narrate your presentation. It's pretty much limitless. And also, we love background music. So just being able to add that to slides is kind of a fun tool. The first one I'm going to talk to you about is Vocaroo. I love this tool because it's a really simple online voice recorder. There's no login required. There's no editing. It's just a one and done recording. You can re-record if you don't like what you did, but it's really super easy to share too. So I'm going to go through these quickly and then go back and show them in action. TalkingComment is a Chrome extension that is also really powerful. It lets people very quickly record audio from whatever website they're on and share it fast. But one of the great little bonus features is it lets you embed audio into Google Forms, and it looks better than just having a really long link. So I will show you that one too. I don't know if you knew this, but Screencastify, which is a favorite video recording screencasting tool, does also allow you to export audio only. And the joy of that is it saves directly to your drive, which makes it easy to insert into Google Slides. And the last little tip that I'm going to show is YouTube. There's a way, a workaround, a hack that lets you use YouTube as audio only. So maybe there is a quote or a passage that you want to pull from a video and you want it to play, but you only want the audio. There's kind of a little workaround to do that. And I will show you how to share that as a published slideshow so that students don't necessarily have the link to the YouTube video. So let's jump out of this presentation and talk about some of these different tools. Vocaroo I love because it's so simple. So you just go to vocaroo.com. It looks like this. It's really clean, no login, no anything. To record, all you do is click on the record button. So here is a sample recording from Vocaroo. When you're done, you just hit stop. You can listen to it. If you like it, great. If not, you just click the button to re-record. But once you have it the way you want it, you can just click save and share. A couple nice things about Vocaroo, it gives you different options. So I can share it with a link. If I was a student, I could do my recording and I could just turn this audio link of me or whatever, an interview I do, and I could submit it to Google Classroom with a link. There is the ability to grab a QR code. So if you're doing a presentation, you could paste this QR in so that people could access some audio that you created. And another nice feature is that you can download. So if I download this, I can just call it Vocaroo sample and save it as an MP3. What I will want to do if I want to insert it into my slides is I will want to upload it into my Google Drive. So I have a little sample folder here called sample audio files. I'm just going to upload that and leave it there for right now. When I go to my Google Slides like this, I now have the option of inserting audio. And the sample, Vocaroo sample I recorded is right there at the top because I just added it. When you add audio to a Google slide, it creates this little icon. And the audio is right there. Some nice things you have are options for playback. So you can make it playback on a click. You can have it playback automatically. You can have it loop. So if you did have a song that you wanted to play, it could just keep playing. You can have it stop when you change slides, or you could have it continue. The nice when you do stop on slide change is you could record your audio for each slide. So you can narrate your slide and do as many takes as you want, and then just embed the audio right onto the slide. When you're presenting, you can hide the icon. So if I say I want it to start automatically and I want to hide this icon when presenting, if I go back a slide and go into present mode, and as soon as I click to my next slide, it plays that recording and you don't see this graphic. So it's kind of a cool way to pre-record things that you want to share. Now, if you want to see this, you can change it, take off that, and that way, if you are presenting, kids can play it over and over and over again. So that's just kind of something you'll want to consider. So that's Vocaroo in a nutshell. TalkingComment is a Chrome extension that I really like. I have it installed here. What you'll notice is that on certain pages, this little microphone shows, and it shows right here as well. What this lets me do is anywhere I see this microphone on the web, no matter where I'm at, and if I see it, I can just click and it starts recording exactly what I'm saying. When I'm done, I hit the green check. And there's my recording. It copies this link for me automatically. So I can paste it anywhere. I could submit it to Google Classroom. I could do whatever I want. But one of the things I want to show you is I copied that. I'm going to go to a Google form here. And let's say that I have a question I want to ask, but I want it to be audio based. Please enter your first and last name. So if I paste in my link and I go to preview, what you will see here is a voice note. It doesn't show that kind of ugly link. And whoever's filling out your form can listen to the question. So if you want to assess your students on listening, this is kind of a cool way to do it. And then they can put their answer in and so on. So I love TalkingComment for that. It's also great if you want to add comments to a Google Doc. If you're giving students audio feedback, you can just insert a comment and paste your link. And when the students get it, they'll be able to hear your voice comment right in their comment. So it's really handy in that sense. So I love TalkingComment for that option. Screencastify, we always think of Screencastify as a video recorder, but one of the cool things that you can do with Screencastify is you can you can record a video like I have done here, and once you have it, it doesn't matter what's on the screen. You can go to download and export audio only. When you do that, just by clicking the button, you don't have to actually download it. It saves it right into your Google Drive. So when you come back here and you say insert audio, you will notice it's there. So there's no downloading. With Vocaroo, you actually have to download, save, and then upload it back into Google Drive. With Screencastify, it's there for you. And so you can just insert it right in. It's very seamless. It's really easy to do. So another great tool is Screencastify for audio, not just video. And the final thing that I want to show you is using YouTube as audio only. So I just learned about this hack. But if you find a video clip that you want to use and you want to insert, like I have one here from The Wizard of Oz. So I'm going to copy my link, but I only want the tiny part where she says, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore, and I want it to play. So I would go to the slide I want to insert it on and say insert video. And I can paste my link right in there. Now, I looked at this ahead of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it way down because it doesn't need to be big. They're not going to see the video. And I want to start it at 14 seconds and go to just 20 seconds. Okay. And I want it to play automatically. Now, here's where the hack comes in. If you move this off to the gray, so it's not on the screen, and you make it so it's just touching the edge, you notice that red little line popped up. So when I move it back over here, you see the little red line pops up. That means it's technically touching my screen. So when I present, it will start playing. Now let me delete these other audio files so that you can see this in action. So I'm going to go ahead and go back a slide and click present. Now as soon as I click to my next slide, so that audio, the students were able to get the audio without having to see the video. Now, one more little workaround with this is if you just share this slideshow with them, they'll see that little video hanging off to the side. But you can share slideshows differently as well. Instead of going to share, you can do file, publish to the web. Now, what this does is you can just leave it at this, or you could say you want to auto advance, or you can say start slideshow as soon. These don't really matter, but once you hit publish, it's going to give you a unique link. So if I copy that and paste it, the slideshow that I'm going to see is a full screen of my slideshow, and I can click through it. And when I get to that slide, my audio plays, and students don't ever see all these extra little slides. They don't have to click present. It's just automatically presented. And it's got that audio layered into it. So those are just some tips and tricks and hacks and some of my favorite tools that I like that incorporate audio, Google Forms, Google Slides, and some things maybe you've never considered using before. Hopefully you can find some great applications to use in your classroom or as a student.